we gonna do something tonight, and think it's going to come out kind of tight. Everything is going to be okay, because I say that it's time for us to do this thing on a hump day. Talk about what somebody is your plan B. When it's all plans to land, and you see that somebody is using you because they know that you are enthralled with them, and they say like him. Yeah, well, we talk about it, we get into it. Yeah, we gonna know how we really do it. Some people just use and abuse, and you are the one that they accuse of making their life a little harder, but you know that you're smarter than you not believing that at this particular time the rhymes get said. Yeah, that's stuff that they be talking is crazy dead, but people try to feed you all the lies, and they try to make you act like you are the one that despise the way that they live it, as if you a hater, but you not like that. Yeah, don't stop that. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. Hump day, all up in your area. And tonight we are talking about when a person is a backup plan. When a person is the backup plan. You know, some people will move around the world, do whatever they want to do when they have no threat of having to suffer the consequences. Do you know how much you will gamble to spend if you know that you have unlimited funds that somebody will give to you if you ever mess up? So whether it's gambling, whether it's spending, whether it's shopping, whether it's blowing money on somebody else, when you know, or when a person knows that they can't lose because somebody isn't going to let them lose, they might go crazy. And you might be the person that's not going to let them lose. You might be the person that's not going to let them fail. You might be the person that's not going to let them die. You might be the person that is not going to let them be embarrassed or get hurt or seem like they lost. And some people take unfair advantage of a situation like that. I mean, when you really think about it, if you're going to take advantage of a situation that's available like that, that would be the type of situation that anybody would want. I mean, there are two ways I could have named this show. I could have named it like When You Are the Plan B. But see, when we talk about somebody being the plan B, that could symbolize, you know, you wanted somebody instead of somebody else. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. When we're saying that you are somebody's backup plan, when a person is somebody's backup plan, we're saying that you are abusing your support system. And I don't know if you've ever seen somebody abuse their support system. You may have known somebody that was really, really spoiled. You knew that they had parents that would always look out for them, that would always save them from losing, that would always make sure that them and their kids are taken care of, just in case they little flighty, reckless, hell of high water, YOLO living self, you know what I mean? Just in case they didn't make it. And a lot of times they didn't make it. But when you start talking about somebody being a backup plan or a person being a backup plan, it goes deep. It really does. It can go deep to the point where it can get embarrassing when you find out that you have been somebody's backup plan. And sometimes you may have found out that you were somebody's backup plan. And you may have been happy or proud to be that backup plan, depending on the situation. But when it all goes down and things get ugly, and it may become a situation where you need something one day and you realize that you've been a backup plan, but nobody has been a backup plan for you. And if you are an independent person, you're probably not looking for anybody to be a backup plan for you, because you get it done yourself. You make sure that you run up the score yourself. You make sure that you take care of your business, handle yourself. Not everybody does that. Not everybody handles their business. And when you're dealing with somebody who doesn't handle their business, and you're the person that handles your business, you're going to get tired of it after a while. But depending on how close you are to a person, you might let it ride for a minute. And every minute that you let it ride is going to seem like a minute that you wish you could get back. What's going on, y'all? T Carry, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Wetback says, every time I look in the mirror, All I see is the inner warrior staring back at me. That's dope. I like that. I'm feeling that. And Smoking Twizzy says, I don't know what Smoking Twizzy is saying, but whatever they saying, I believe they're saying it in Arabic. That's what's up. And Joe, what up, Joe? He says, I felt like that when my ex left me. I totally understand. Yeah, it's not a favorable situation. That's not the kind of situation that you would ever picture yourself being in or want to be in. And Joe says, how's it going, son, man? I'm feeling like a real man should, my brother. Feeling like a real man should every day, all day. I hope you feeling the same. Wetback says, you are OG. I don't know if I'm an OG. I might be the O because I'm 54. I'm definitely the O. I don't know about the G. But we're going to play the same way. So, yeah, when a person is the backup plan, you know, so like, yeah, I know I'm going into this situation that I really can't afford. It could be anything. You ever know somebody who bought a car that they really couldn't afford? They bought a car that they really couldn't afford the payment with. Why? Because they knew that they had a spouse, or they had a girl, or they had a man, or they had parents, or they had somebody that had some money that would always look out for them, that would always take care of things when things got out of hand. And some people abuse that privilege so much that they make sure that things always get out of hand. They're not handling their business. They're handling your business. Or should I say, they are waiting for their business to get handled by you. That's how they playing. That's how they getting down. That's how they carrying it. And yeah, it can be it can be disheartening. It can really piss you off after a while. Like, yo, what we doing? What we doing? Yeah, like, what do you think this is? Joe says, it's been a while. Things are getting a little worse, but I'm keeping my hopes up. Car got towed and had to take care of it with money I can't afford, but I managed. Hold your head, my dude. You got to hold your head, because I think you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you are the type that thinks about what you do before you do them. You just gotta, from what I heard, from what I've heard you say on this program before, you just gotta plan your things out a little better. And once you start becoming a better planner, then you're gonna start having better outcomes. So, you know what I mean? Hold your head, man. Do your thing and keep banging. You know what I mean? Don't let life get you down, because it can easily get you down, but it gets you down more when you're not sure of what direction that you're going into. When you know exactly where you want to go, and you know the path to getting there, then things start to open up. It's like the skies start to open up where the rain was pouring down. It's gonna be all right, man. Just keep banging, keep moving. No matter what, don't let nothing stop you. So yeah. When a person is the backup plan, sometimes when you deal with somebody who's spoiled and you know that they're spoiled, even if you're not dealing with them romantically, sometimes they can just be your friend. And you look at their situation, and you're not hating, but you might look at their situation and think to yourself, like, man, if I had it like this, I wouldn't abuse it. I would have it going on so heavy. I would have things taken care of so tight. They wouldn't even have to worry about me. If I knew I had a soft place to land, if I knew I had a cushion, if I knew for a fact that when I walk this tightrope, there's a cushion below me to catch me, I would make sure that I got good on the tightrope, because I want to make sure that I prepare for the day when I don't have that tightrope. You would probably look at it that way, being a responsible person, but not everybody is like that. Some people who have been born into privilege, and you don't always have to be rich. You don't have to be rich to be spoiled. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You ain't got to be rich to be spoiled. All you got to do to be spoiled is get the things that you want, because there's levels to this thing. It's levels. So whereas there might be project spoiled, where even though you grew up in the projects or with little means, they still made sure that you got the things that you wanted. It's a bunch of PlayStation 4 and 5s in the projects. It is. There are a bunch of major labels, clothes. There are a bunch of cars, high-end vehicles parked outside the projects. Just because it's low income, that don't mean everybody there ain't making no money. Because it's drugs there. Somebody getting paid. But I've known people who lived in the projects who actually had jobs, and they stayed in the projects until they could move out of there. And when they moved out of there, it was a wrap. Slim Baby says this. Oh, wait a minute. Well, let me get ready. Okay. Slim Baby says this man's hair got sent to hell. Okay. He realized he looks like an idiot with all the necklaces finally. Okay. And remove that cheap homemade sign too, obviously. Okay. Let's see. What else? Joe says, I don't make enough, but I manage somehow to make more. And V says, everybody has an opinion. Everybody definitely does have an opinion. Let's see. So I'm bald. Yeah. And you know what? I'm the only bald person that I know. And I'm the only bald person that you've ever seen. So yeah, that's. But see, here's the thing, Slim Baby. I'm handsome. Ain't no denying that. Like, I'm handsome. I'm like above average handsome. Like, So there's that. And then, let's see, what else you said? You said, with all the necklaces. Oh no, the necklaces ain't gone. They coming in a minute. You stay tuned. And remove the cheap homemade sign. I call it crafting. If I have a homemade sign, then that's good for me. Why would I buy a sign that somebody else made? I mean, why would I do that? I mean, I could sit up here with no background. Would it make a difference? Did you cry when you first started going bald? No, because I was handsome when I had hair, and I was handsome when I cut my hair down, and I'm handsome as shit now. Now people tell me I can't imagine what you look like with hair if they didn't know me. See, you don't know me, so you've never seen me with hair. So to you with hair, I might look funny, but I've always been a handsome man. I was a handsome kid. Never had problems getting girls, ever. At no point in my life. I think I was delivered by a female doctor and nurses, and they was all on it. As a matter of fact, I can prove it. Let's see. What you see? See that? Let's see. Hold on. There we go. See that? That is one handsome baby. You see how happy I was? I was happy because I was looking good. So as a baby, I was happy. And I mean, a stone cold cutie. You know what I mean? That was me. That's not even conceit. You cannot deny that's a happy looking child. And a very, very handsome little boy. You probably can't relate to that shit. And let me see. And I think that's me at like 4 years old. Still happy. You know why? I was born to good parents. I had good brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? I had good friends. And yeah, I know about being spoiled. My parents got me what I wanted, but I never took advantage of it. So somebody that hates like you, I understand. You probably never got what you wanted. Because here's the thing about people who get what they want. When people get what they want, they don't worry about what other people are doing. Because they too busy getting what they want. You wouldn't know nothing about that. Star Smarts, what's good? Thanks for coming through. All right. Maxo says, when was the last time you were called handsome? Today. And then time before then was the day before. I get called handsome every day. Every day. Star Small says, yo, what's up? Got a new emblem in the back now. Actually, no, we rotate them. We rotate them. So it reminds me of a pharaoh hieroglyphs. That's what's up. That's what's up. Clayton Farrah says, a big afro and some roller skates. Throw in a stereo and ooh-wee. Exactly. But I was only like 4. You know what I mean? I was only like 4 at the time. Slim Baby says, do you shape your beard like that because you have no hair? So you flipped it and stuck it on your chin? Oh, God. Like I said, when people get what they want, they don't worry about what other people are doing because they getting what they want. When you ain't getting what you want, you be wondering how other people got what they want. Actually, you be worried about how other people got what you want. Yeah. Don't worry about what kind of watch it is. I mean, what is y'all into? Star Small says, what years you grew up in? Were you in your teens in the 80s and 90s? Yeah, I'm a 70s baby. I was a teenager in the 80s. I was a teenager in the 80s. All right, this is what we're going to do. 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 It's time to start the show. It's time to start the show. It's time to start the show. Y'all know what time it is. Daily Go-Getterism Show. We start this thing every day about 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, we yawning, getting up, making sure we do our thing. Yeah, get the cold out of your eyes. It's time to make it live. And I make it live each and every night. Make sure that I bring this thing in right. So 1 o'clock in the morning is 1 hour move from 12 o'clock. So the next day we get right. And everything is going to be okay because I make it that way. And this is where I stay. I play the way I want to play, do what I want to do, make sure I get the thing, share with my crew. And anybody comes across, going to take a loss if they try to hate because it ain't. Wait. Got a little something for y'all. Got a little something for y'all. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Before we get started, let's say before we get started. Before we get started, let's get it popping. So check it out. Y'all ready? I am. Yeah. Come on. Are y'all ready? Because I am. Ready, cuz I am. Ready, cuz I am. I am. I am. Let's get dressed. Since we already got the drums popping, let's get dressed. All right. So, for those of y'all who know, y'all know what we do. It's time to rock the cow bones, baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on mine. The cow bones. Yeah. Put my shit on. Y'all ready? So I got my cow bones on. Hold on. Let me salute my cow bones. I got my cow bones on and I got my cow bones on and I cow bones, baby. So let's get it popping. I'm summoning the ancestors tonight. Tonight, the ancestors got to come out. Ancestors. Which one y'all want to wear? Which one y'all want to wear? All right. Is it going to be, these are genuine cow bones. Let me zoom in close for those of y'all who don't know. There's no wood in these necklaces. These are all cow bones, the cow bones. All right. So is it going to be the one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? Which one y'all want to wear? The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? The one on the left, the one in the middle, or the one on the right? Which one? What y'all talking about? Star Small says right. Vita B, what's good? Barbara Hill CC says middle. All right, we got one for the right, one for the middle. What we doing? What we doing? Left, middle, right. What's it gonna be? I said left, middle, right. Look, y'all taking too long. In a minute, I'm gonna be the tiebreaker. Left, middle, right. Let's see. Star says, if it's a tie, it should be the left. If it's why should it be? You know what? You almost had me thinking about like, yeah, maybe. I don't even know why. All right, so what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Come on, come on. We just need one more vote. All right. All right, peace, Simon. Okay, you don't have to stay. It's okay. I mean, it's a free country. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the one on the left. The left is going to win. Troy, you said right? All right, fuck it. Wait a minute. So we had two for right. We're going to do right. We're going to do right. That was a last minute joint. I gave everybody a chance. So here we go. All right. Stick your neck out. Stick your neck out. There we go. 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 DMC and DJ Run. Dumb diddy, dumb diddy, diddy, dumb, dumb. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's a good one right there. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Girl, this is the kind of shit that make the girlies go, ow, fella, say ho. You know what I'm saying? Girls looking good, looking gorgeous, looking pretty, looking beautiful, looking lovely. You know what I mean? The guys, y'all looking handsome, looking suave, looking debonair. Everybody looking fly. You know what I mean? Look at that fit. The fit is right. No, not the man. I'm talking about the necklace. I'm talking about you. That's what's up. Let's get it popping. All right. So tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about when a person is the backup plan. When a person is the backup plan. So, yeah. When somebody goes out and they spend all their money, or they go out on a limb for somebody else or something else, just basically squander all of their resources with reckless abandon because they know that they have a machine behind them, or they have somebody that's going to make sure that no matter how bad they lose, they will not lose. No matter how bad they lose, they will not lose. So yeah, it can get a little crazy, especially when you find out, or if you find out that you've been somebody's backup plan. And you will know, no matter how much somebody tries to keep that a secret or act like it's not that way. At some point, it will become obvious that you are somebody's backup plan, because you'll see that the way that they're moving is unsuccessful. And every time they're unsuccessful, here they are coming back to you. Like, yo, can you lend me? Okay. This is an easy example. And this is low energy, low level. Who knows somebody out there who works, maybe even makes good money, but never handles their money right? So they will take their money, go get high with it, go gamble with it, go tricking with it, go do whatever they want with it, because they know that you will take care of them until their next check. So here they are coming to you when they fuck up their money, asking you, can I borrow a little something? Can I hold a little something? I can't pay you back this check, but the next one, I got you, respect. Can you just let me hold a couple of hundred? I'm telling you, shit happened today. They took the money out my Amazon account. You know how that Prime membership never come out at the right time. Yo, my child support. My girl, she raised the child support on me, yo. Yo, my refrigerator broke down. I had this shit. I got scammed on a bus. Yo. Lost 503 car Molly. I thought that kind of shit. All right. So hold on. Where we at? Okay, where we at? Barbara Hill C6 says the ancestors are here because you woke them up, and you know they get grouchy. Man, they up all the time. What's that? BBYT? What's your cash app? My cash app, I think is, what is my cash app? What is my cash app? Not that you could just do a super chat here. But okay. My cash app is Omar, OMARRSUN 752. That's my cash app. OMARRSUN. Matter of fact, I'll write it in here. You want to hit me up on the cash. You want to hit me up on the cash app, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. All right, here. Yeah, that's my cash app. That's me cash app. So that's how it's going down. So yeah, when you dealing with somebody that will always use you to bail them out when they mess up their money, getting high, tricking. I don't know. Every man has a friend, a brother, a cousin, somebody in their life that be tricking. I don't know nobody who doesn't know somebody who be tricking. Whether I knew this dude. This is some crazy shit. He made $13 an hour. And was talking about going to the club and making it rain. I'm like, on $13 an hour? Now he lived down south. And the cost of living was cheaper. And this was before the pandemic and all of that. But I was like, you can't make it rain on $13 an hour. Even if you work 24 hours a day, that's not make it rain money. You ain't even drizzling. You ain't got no money to make it rain. You making it $13 an hour? Come on, man. Listen, man. I'm not dissing nobody's salary or nothing like that. But I will diss anybody that fucks up their money like that. But the bottom line is, they They might make it rain on $13 an hour, mess up their whole check. And then they looking at you like, yo, man, can you spot me a couple of hundred until I get paid again? Like on $13 an hour, I don't even think you can get high enough to have the compulsion to make it rain. But people do it. Bringing It Boy. What up, Bringing It Boy? He says, hello, son. One closed fist with two bumps to the. That's what's up, man. He says he's using a Visa to pay for your he's using a Visa to pay for your next Amex payment. Is using a Visa to pay for your Amex payment a backup? It is a backup, but it's not the backup that we're talking about, because we are talking about when a person is your backup plan. When a person, we know if you got a bunch of cash, whether it's your savings, whether it's an inheritance, whether it's a trust fund or whatever, we know that you'll use that money as a backup plan. But no, we're talking about when you are using a person as a backup plan. I got examples. I got crazy examples. Y'all know I've met some people in my day. But check this out. And I'm not even saying that I'm using this, but I have known people who have played, you know how, have y'all ever had somebody totally in love with you and you wasn't in love with them? Or have you ever been totally in love with somebody and they wasn't in love with you? I'm not talking about a little imbalance. I'm talking about you are head over heels in love with somebody to the point where you are ignoring their flaws, ignoring all kinds of red flags. You will do anything for them. You really believe that if you put in the work, this person will come around and start loving you, or at least get up to snuff to the point where y'all can be together. Well, I've known people who have taken advantage of situations like that. So even though they know that somebody wants to be with them, they went and got with somebody else that they were more in love with, somebody that they would spend money on, somebody that they would take chances on, somebody who they would ignore all the red flags with. And you know why they did it? I've known people who actually got married or had kids in situations like this, because they knew that when things don't work out here, no problem. I know Keisha's going to hold it down for me. In a situation where, let's say your girl is using sex as a weapon. So whenever you don't buy her something, give her something, or act the way she wants, she shut the pussy down. You're not getting none. The zipper stays up. The belt is fastened. You know what I'm saying? We getting a proverbial chastity belt here. Until you start acting right, you ain't getting none. You ain't getting none. You ain't getting none. You ain't getting no ass for the last 6 months. And then you can't front, yo. You gonna have to find something. Well, anyway. So the one you really want to have sex with won't have sex with you. But you know somebody who will. You know somebody who will come through 2 a.m. You know somebody that will allow you to pick them up 3 a.m. They might even jump in the Uber 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Why? Because they believe in you. So they're your backup plan, because they've never told you no. They've never put you through the struggle. They've allowed you to use them because they hoping that one day y'all can be together, y'all can love each other, y'all can be the way that they really want to be with you. So they are genuinely in love with you, or you're genuinely in love with them, but the scales ain't balanced at all. We talking about like this. It's bad. But these are the kind of things that happen. Hold your head, sad vet. Hold your head. And please stop spamming. You spamming. Come on, man. Don't. You spamming too much. You really are. You're spamming. Let me get to the end. Listen, on some real shit, Sad Vet, this is not a place where you come asking for money. I don't ask for money. So I can't allow you to do that. If you comment one more time asking for money, I'm gonna have to get you on up out of here. I don't like to do that to people, but I'll do it. I will definitely make an exception for you. Because you're messing up my chat. Nah, I don't really like that. Seam Flexing, what's good? And Andre Goodson, begging spirit. Word. Jay says, loyalty based on money. Barbara Hill Cisse says, unfortunately, I know. I mean, we find out. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, but it happens. It happens. Jay says, I feel sorry for anyone holding cash. Holding cash? I don't know. Harry F. Bryce says, let me ask you something. What's good, man? Let it fly. Barbara Hill Cisse says, I know someone who is on a fixed income and they get a check once a month. As soon as that check comes, they're ordering DoorDash. Then the 12th or the 15th of the month, they broke and they need groceries. Shit like that. Word. And Stinkbug Deity says, what is the language he's speaking? Oh no, that's no language. Coco T, what's good? Living Love and Light says it just doesn't work like that. And for some people it does. And it might, and this shit, I've seen this shit go on for years. I've seen it go on for decades. Real shit. I've seen it go on for decades. I've been close to some situations. Barbara Hill Cisse says, lack mentality can make people overspend or underspend. Both are damaging to the mental and the person they're leaning on, no doubt. Harry F. Bryce says, what's worse, a negligent father or an absent father? I asked a question. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in just a second because that's actually a good question. Coco T says, being a backup plan is so hurtful. I've experienced this, and he was a cold motherfucker who would do such disrespectful little things. And Barbara says, son, I hope you're getting cash and not a Cash App request because someone is asking in chat. Listen, I let me see. I ain't hear no ka-ching. Yeah, I'm still on the app. Ain't nothing here. I mean, you can ask for money all you want. I mean, it's a free country. Jag GGG says, gather your mana and give us a haka. I don't know what that fucking. Okay, Star says, that's just life, in my opinion. The ones you don't want you the most. I feel like it's the thrill of the chase. I've chased after girls, and then once I get them, I'm over it. So sad but true. But that doesn't mean that you use them as your backup plan. Yeah, sometimes you find out that it's like meeting your favorite celebrities. It's like meeting your heroes. You're only thinking about their talents, the things that you've seen them do. When you have to deal with the person that they are, you realize like, yeah, this was probably better just me listening to your CDs or watching your movies. Because you realize that these people they're all human beings. They ain't nothing special. They're really not. I've met some celebrities. It's underwhelming as hell. It's underwhelming as hell. Star Smart says, bro, you can't even order DoorDash or Uber Eats anymore. Shit be $50 for a burger and some fries. Yo, man, I never understood the whole DoorDash and Uber Eats thing. I've never used it. I've had coupons. I'm not using that shit. I don't even get regular delivery. What for? car. I'm not spending, and I don't believe in spending extra money. And this shit come right out of your credit card. Man, fuck that. But nowadays, people Uber, people, they do that. My neighbors that live across the street, no bullshit. I think they get DoorDash every day or Uber Eats every day, and it'd be McDonald's. I'm like, McDonald's? Like, what are we doing? McDonald's? Of all McDonald's, son? Yeah, it'd be McDonald's. Jay says, I say that because cash can be lost or stolen. I like cash. Cash can be counted. Electronic funds can't be counted. You have to rely. Yeah, I mean, all right. So on my debit card, my checking account, that's where I pay all my bills. And I don't like that shit because some things are on automatic payment, you know, like shit like apps and shit like that. And you know, I mean, that shit a nickel and dime you to death. I don't like that. I like being able to pay when I'll pay you. You don't just take my money. So I like cash. I mean, if it was up to me, everything would go back to cash again. Because that's verifiable income. Shoot, look at all these celebrities and all these other people who have lost so much money because their handlers, their managers or whatever was stealing from them. Yeah. Because electronic funds, once somebody knows your code, they can rob you blind. At least with cash, you got to be present. So, Living Love and Light says, you can meet someone you fall for who has no interest in you. I just cry it out. And let it go. Yeah, but that's not, I mean, that's not using somebody as a backup plan. See, we're talking about using a person as a backup plan. Now, if you really love somebody and they have no interest in you, but they come around you every time they want something or need something, then you become somebody's backup plan. And to me, that would be a lot worse. Changing somebody's interest in you, I think that's a possibility. Once you get to know a person and you know what they like, you can become what they like if it jives with you. But if y'all are like, for example, like polar opposites, let's say like I wouldn't be able to deal with a chick that was totally into anime or Marvel comics or some shit like that. Like I'm not like, because you know what I mean by into that shit. I don't mean you just go see the movies or you like the characters. You know how them Marvel cats are, and you know how them anime weirdos are. Come on, man. Like you nice and all of that, but this ain't. I'm kind of a cynic. I'm positive, but I'm a cynic. And by that, I mean that I believe in things that can really happen. I don't believe in fantasy. And when people are around me and they start talking like that, I get turned off quick. Like, because fact is actually involves more intrigue and fantasy than fantasy. Or should I say fiction? So I can't, the fictional shit, the spacey shit and all, I'm like, But when somebody starts using you as the backup plan, like, you know, he's having problems with his girl. So he's calling you. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Sometimes it can get ugly. It can get ugly. And you might find out that you did a favor for him for his woman, or find out that you did a favor for her man. Like maybe she came and borrowed some money from you and it was her birthday. or some shit like that. So you gave her some money for her birthday. She took that money and paid his child support for her birthday. Trifling shit like that. Things like that will make you start looking at a person differently. But you have become their backup plan. You are their backup plan. You are a human backup plan for them. I said that. Sorry. Sorry. I said I said no fucking up the chat. Let me see. Hold on. Where we at? I done messing around, lost my place. All right. Harry says, okay, wait, I got to come back to your question. Hold on. Coco says, one time I was on a Zoom with his friends and he literally shut the computers for no reason. In mid-sentence, he would complain about the sense, and he would complain about the sense after I cleaned his house. His house. Star says, you right, son. Laughing my ass off. The Uber Eats DoorDash shit be a scam. Not gonna lie, they be charging the $10 for service fee plus taxes and a tip. So your $20 order becomes $36. Fast food is already too high. Yo, who's with me in agreeing that fast food is too high? Like, you get a meal deal with fast food, a burger, fries, and a drink, and they talking about some $13, $14, $15. I'm like, what? I could get real food for that money. I'm not paying that for that. No way. No way. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that you share the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. Tonight we are talking about when a person is the backup plan. I don't need no money, I got you. I said, I don't need no money, I got you. I said, I don't need no safety, I got you. Yo, you gonna support me in everything I do. I said, I don't need no money, I got you. I don't need me no place to stay, I got you. I said, I don't need no car, I got you. Yeah, you gonna support me through and through. I've tested this mess and it's kind of crazy. I can test it again and I know I'm gonna win. You believe in me like people believe in God and Jesus. Yo, shit is crazy. Believe this. I can't even believe that you be hooking me up because I don't deserve this shit. No, yup. But it goes down like that, and it's like that right now. So I'm at your crib asking for a couple of dollars. Sometimes I steal from you, and I still be around you. It gets trifling. Mad trifling. Coco T says, when I finally ended things, it took me a long time to forgive myself for allowing such disrespect. You live and you learn, though, Coco. You live and you learn. I mean, it'll make you feel like a real sucker. It'll make you feel like you gullible, like you just allowed yourself to get played. But the important thing is to learn from that and move on from it. Just remember this. When you gave from the heart. You wasn't doing it for sex. You wasn't doing it for clout. You wasn't doing it for money. You was doing it because you genuinely liked the person, genuinely loved the person, genuinely had affection for him. And that's nothing to be ashamed of, because one day when the scales are balanced more, then, hopefully you'll be happy that you went out like that. But unfortunately, Experiences like that make motherfuckers be like, I'm not ever giving of myself ever again. I'm never telling nobody I love them again. I'm never fucking with nobody like that. It can make a person turn bitter because you start to, especially if it happens more than once. Now that means everybody. So that's when you start hearing shit like, all niggas ain't shit, all bitches ain't shit. You know what I mean? Soon as your money get low or you don't do something they want, then they on to the next man. They don't want no good nigga. They want somebody that's going to smack them around. They want somebody that's going knock them up and not take care of their kids. They want somebody that's on their way to jail. They want somebody that ain't about shit. That's whenever I hear bitterness, I know what happened. I don't know exactly what happened, but it ain't hard to tell when it gets to the point where you start generalizing, when a person, men ain't shit, niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, women ain't. When they start generalizing, it's because they got their feelings hurt. They got their feelings hurt bad. And when a person is speaking from a place of hurt, come on, man. There is nothing worse in this world than getting your feelings hurt. And you know what's worse? Well, you know what the worst thing about getting your feelings hurt is? We are conditioned not to even acknowledge the hurt. So we hurting bad and we got to act like we didn't get hurt. That would be like smashing your hand in a car door. You know how painful that is. And having to play it off like it don't hurt. Like, it stung a little bit, but it's cool. And you know how when you get that pain, if you step on a child's toy in the middle of the night or kick the end of a bedpost, not a bedpost, the bed frame. You know what I mean? That sharp edges of a bed frame. If you've ever hit your leg on that or your foot or something like that, when you have a really bad, sudden, unexpected, excruciating pain, you know how you feel that heat all the way through your body, especially when you try to hold it in. You know what I'm talking about, that heat. That heat, it's like you get the needles like when your leg is falling asleep, you get that shit that it just courses all through your body. And you imagine having to play that off. Well, that's how you feel when you get played. That's how you feel when you get your heart broken and you got to act like it didn't hurt. Well, it ain't nothing, or you got to act like you're only mad. Because anger is acceptable. It's okay to be mad, but it's not acceptable, to be sad, to be heartbroken, to be, down in the dumps, especially if you're a man. So it's tough. So hold your head for real. Barbara Hill CC says, I know someone who has a type he can't pull anymore. Stacy Dash face and Miss Puff body. Then meet around the way girl with everything and cute and act like she's an option, aka the backup. All right. Jay says, but some places require cards. Better places. I don't know no place that don't accept cash. Except Lincoln Financial Field on game day. So I guess how I found this out. Y'all know I'm an Eagles fan, season ticket holder and all of that. When I go to the home games, let's say I want to buy a sweatshirt or a hat, gloves, scarf, stickers, whatever. You can't buy from their store with cash. Only on game day. All the rest of the days you can. You know why? Yeah, because They don't, when people working with cash, they don't want nobody to get robbed. They don't want to get robbed. So they want to be able to say they're a store, but they don't have no cash on hand. Crazy as shit. I believe in cash. Billing mistakes do happen, but it always gets credited back up. No, it doesn't always. Oh no. Star says, son talking real Marvel and anime fans. grown adults watching cartoons and wearing costumes. Real shit though. And I know some, and I'm like, that not gonna work, man. Vita B says, I can relate on every level, and I am guilty of giving my all, hoping to get a fraction back, but never do. Yeah. At least you don't. The most important thing to never lose is yourself. You can always make more money. You can get another place to stay. You can get another car. You can get new jewelry. You can get all of that shit. Once you allow somebody to take your soul, once you allow somebody to take your sense of self, once you allow somebody to take your esteem, it ain't easy to get that back. That's hard. That's hard. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to get sad vet. He had to go. Barbara Hill CC says, son, I ordered from one of those services once, and the cost is prohibitive to me. Ordering that way again. I cook or go out to eat on principle. Word. Listen, people do it all the time. I'm not doing it. My mom, I think it was her 80th birthday. It was an 80th birthday party. And it was COVID. It was 2020. No, it was 2021. It was 2021. Still right in the thick of COVID. So they was like, yo, so we going to do Uber Eats. I was like, what you mean we? I'm not doing no Uber Eats. I'm going to go get the food, before the party. Because we had to do the party on Zoom and all of those shit. I'm not doing no fucking Uber Eats. See, people who working with drug money, they don't understand. People on drugs can't understand. Giving him money he can peel. To let you know my dough is real. All right. Lost Record says, do you have Riz? I don't know what Riz is. So I guess Niz. I ain't got Riz. Maybe another Diz. Harry says, the VA will pay you for your Greyhound. Will pay for your Greyhound if you didn't end up dishonorably discharged. Oh, okay. Joshua G says, yo, Mr. Clean, how you doing? I don't know. I'm feeling kind of dirty. It's all good. And he said I'll be looking like a Q-tip. Oh, damn. Wait. Let me give him a consolation prize. That's for you. That's for you, kid. Star says, my brother's baby mama would use my dad as a backup plan, asking him for cash, wasting her own drinking. Whole time she was cheating, using his money to go to clubs. I had to tell my pops myself. Oh man, when you dealing with an old head who caught out there by a young joint. Oh. Because they don't really be listening. They happy with their position. It's like they have an agreement. All right. Shep Gibson. I don't know. All right. La Shanice says, I'm feeling so undervalued. I'm starting to get told I'm not friendly. It's far from the truth. I just don't know if I can canister up excitement like I used to. Hold your head. It'll be all right. One way or another. Yeah, that bed railing. Ooh. Alan Becker says, worst thing in the world is not accepting Jesus. Uh-huh. Brandon says, I hate those feelings. Yeah. 43 Keith. Jesus is king. Cool. Kazrat. Wait. Kairozat Studio. Glory to God. Haley Fawn. What's up, Haley? What's good? Says, what up, Uncle Omar? What's good? Says, just wanted to drop by and say you the GOAT. And I hope you had a great day. Going to eat right now. Have a good live too. Good looking, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Mucho. No doubt. No doubt. Oh, Riz is short for charisma. You sure? But all right, cool. Cypher Lil? No, Sophia Lil? Let's see. Oh, I can't even read that shit. Live Loving Life says heartbreak hits different when you practice not taking anything personally, when you know you're not being fed. Step back and pay attention, people. People put their energy and effort towards their preferences. Well, that's a fact. After that, you got used because you wanted to. That's a fact too. Harry says, bro, we waiting for the answer. What's your opinion on absentee father versus negligent father? All right, let's get to that. Hold on. Vita says, take care of sowing. God will take care of growing. Sow the best you can with love, honesty, trust, effort. You may reap a lesson, not a reward. Everything you need in the seed you sow. Sow what you want, reap with. Sow what you want to reap, because you will reap what you sow. Word. Star says, so you grew up in the 80s and 90s, which means you seen the NES go to the place. Yeah, go to the PlayStation 5. That must be amazing. Lots of kids will never know what it felt like going from PS2 to PS3 alone. Yo, going from the first PlayStation to PlayStation, because I still say PS2 was the best system. I think PS2 and PS4 was better than all of them, because PS2 and PS4 both had a lot in common. Both of them were machines that fucking worked. The PS3 broke a lot, and the PS5 is over-engineered. Absentee father, what's worse, an absentee father or a negligent father? I'm going to have to say an absentee father. Because an absentee father will have you wondering what it could have been. And an absentee father will always have you, I'm not saying you personally, but it will have a person wondering what they did to make you not want to come around. What is it about you and your situation that didn't make you want to own up to being their dad? Like, how could you abandon your son or your daughter? A negligent father, I believe, can be turned around, because you can communicate with a negligent father. They may be negligent because they don't know better, or they may be negligent because they're on drugs. A negligent father, at least you can reach him. You can have somebody that they respect talk to them, help get them straightened out. And they may not change. They may not change overnight, but you have a better chance on dealing with a negligent father that you can actually see, hear, and touch. And negligence comes on in different levels. But an absent father, like, think about people who never met their father. They don't even know, never saw him, no pictures, no nothing. They may know that he's alive somewhere, but they don't, you know what I mean? A child will yearn to be with the father that they never met or wasn't there. Even if they're resentful that he didn't come around, he abandoned them, he wasn't there. They'll still be hopeful that one day it'll be turned around. So I'm going to have to go with absentee father on that. Vita B says Game Boy and Sega. Woo! Good shit. Dylard Fillmore Blunts. You drive a Nissan or an Infiniti. Ain't they the same thing? It's the same company. Huh? I drive a Lex. And I drive a Toyota. No bullshit. I drive a Toyota and a Lex. But, Vita B says, definitely absentee father. My daughter hasn't seen her dad in years. She is struggling in her senior year. I question if there is anything I can do. Yeah, that's David Crockett says, and the thing about, and I don't want to praise or congratulate or excuse negligent fathers, but negligent fathers probably aren't negligent all the time. They may be irresponsible. They may be unreliable. They may not hold the things important that you do, but they'll show up to a graduation or a ball game or a marriage. You know what I'm saying? A birthday here and there. They might not be the best dad. They may not be the most affectionate dad. They may not be the most attentive dad, but they might have pockets. They might have pockets of reliability, pockets of dependability, pockets of love, of being loving, pockets of being affectionate, pockets of being imparting their wisdom. At least you have it there. Please hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I ain't gonna ask y'all for nothing. You ain't gotta give me no money. You ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I mean? Just lend me an ear, a little bit of eyesight if necessary. Matter of fact, you can put the phone down. Just let the audio rock. But hit the like button. I ain't just hit the like button. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. One little solid. David Crocker says, what tastes better, dog poop or holding down a bad vomit? I don't know. You tell me, since you've done both. All right, Star says, my father was absent a lot from my life in the way that he didn't live with us, but he would support me financially. It was better that way because he used to beat my ass like it was nobody's business. Oh man. Yeah. People who abuse children, there's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect. It's hard for me to respect a man or anybody that can't handle their emotions or their disappointments or their frustrations without punching, kicking, throwing something, hurting, or something like that. Because the world doesn't work that way. So I respect people who can use their brains to work things out. I know it ain't always easy, but a person that uses their fucking head, it's always a better look. I hate Western imperialism. Wow. What a name. He says no. Michelle Hitchcock says, LOL. I hate, I'll say, what's up with these beads? These are not beads. These are bones, cow bones. And if you were here earlier, you would have saw that you are actually wearing them yourself. Let me show you. I have photos. I got a photo. Got a little got a little picture of you. Got a little picture of you. Let me see. This is you earlier. Look at them cow bones you rocking there. Not the face. Not the face. Not the face. There you have it. It's a good look. You know what I mean? The cow bones dripping. You see that? You got on that good drip. You know what I'm saying? That the fit is correct. Looking right. Looking right. Michelle says, be real with me, dog. I mean, give me something to be real about. I mean, what we doing? Star Small says, I think he used to beat me because his father used to beat him. It's kind of a cycle, but I know I won't hit my kids like that. Times changed in short. Times changed for sure. Back then, it was more common. I feel like it wasn't. Not everybody got their ass whooped like that. They just didn't. You know what I mean? Not everybody got their ass whooped like that. Those who did, and those who didn't, did it. You know, and I hate that we think that all the old schoolers handled everything by whooping ass. And you know what else I hate? I hate that black people be glorifying that shit. Like, yeah, we used to get our ass whooped. Like that shit is some kind of badge of honor, or like that shit is some kind of cultural phenomenon that we all participated in. No, I can count my ass whoopings on one hand, and I deserved each one I got. It was a punishment, not a form of discipline, not a way of life. If I was told to do something and I didn't do it, and it was detrimental, like every time I broke the rules or didn't listen, I didn't get my ass whooped every time. But when it was on, it was on. Like I have no regrets. Like, okay, for example, let's say we're supposed to go somewhere. Because this actually happened to me. I was about 7, 8 years old. Yeah, 7 or 8 years old. Just got my bike, 10-speed bike. And you know how it is when a little boy gets his bike, that's his car. So he going everywhere. All right, so I had my bike. My mom was telling me, all right, listen, get ready to take your bike in because we getting ready to leave. So bring your bike in the house because we have somewhere we have to go. Okay, what happens? I take my bike in the house, but my friend was like, yo, get on my bike. We gonna ride up to the park and right back. I said, all right, hurry up. We gotta hurry up because my mom said that we about to go somewhere. He said, no, don't worry about it. We coming right back. Well, we didn't come right back. It took a while. We was going too goddamn long. And when I got back to an ass whooping. But that's what the fuck I get because I knew better. I didn't know that we was going to get up there and he wasn't going to bring me right back. I didn't know that. So, yeah, I had it coming. I couldn't even be mad at it. But she ain't beat me down. You know what I mean? She ain't use no strange objects and no crazy shit like that. All right. So it wasn't like that all the time. Scummy Some says, yo, OG, they saying you a milkman. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. Or just a cokehead. Man, I wish I had some coke now, man. I mean, you got some? Shit. Now I'm curious. What's a milkman? Fuck out of here, man. I'm drug free. I don't drink, smoke, do nothing. Junior says, what do the necklaces mean to you? All right. Big Tone says, what's going on here? Nothing, man. We talking about when a person is your backup plan. That's what we talking about. When a person is your backup plan. Just a nickel more says, how can we stop the Kang movement? I don't know what the Kang movement is. All right. So these necklaces, the ones y'all wearing, these are all cowbone necklaces. All right. So I was born in the 70s. I was a teenager in the 80s. And the 80s was the get fly era. The 80s was the era where, you know, we wore big dookie ropes. We wore big truck jewelry, 3/4 finger rings, and all of that kind of stuff. We wore the gaudy gold. After when we stopped wearing the gold, in the hip hop became a little bit more positive. It didn't become that positive because you know people who glorify hip hop's little golden era when Public Enemy and KRS-One and De La Soul and the Jungle Brothers and all that, when they was doing their thing. It was only for a few years. People be acting like it lasted this long time. But anyway, I call these struggle beads. And the reason I call them struggle beads because the 80s was a struggle. It wasn't all Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and Madonna and videos and Run DMC and all of that. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. It was very segregated. It was racism was crazy. There used to be a such thing as black music and white music. And it was hard for black people to really make it. The Reagan years set black people far back. You know what I mean? And they don't talk about that enough. But I was there. I lived it. Graduating high school in 1988, going to college in 1989. I saw a lot. I experienced a lot. And I don't miss the 80s. The 80s was, those my teenage years and all of that. But the way it was set up, the crack era, the AIDS era. So it was dangerous to get high. It was dangerous to make money. And it was dangerous to fuck. So these beads are called struggle beads because I made them big and long like dookie ropes. You know what I mean? So like the gold ropes, but these are made of cow bones. And I call them struggle beads because they are symbolic to all of my brethren and my sisterin that went through the struggle of growing up in the 80s, coming of age in the 80s. We lost a lot of people, man. I lost, how many people I've lost to the drug game when crack was crack. AIDS and shit. When people wasn't taking drugs for AIDS, that shit wasn't working. You contracted HIV, it turned into AIDS, and you died. 5 years. That was the pandemic. They talk about how Donald Trump dropped the ball on COVID, and he did. But they need to talk about how Ronald Reagan dropped the ball on AIDS, because he did. He dropped the ball. He act like it wasn't there. Donald Trump ain't the first one to ignore a pressing, dangerous health crisis. AIDS wouldn't have, all them people who died from AIDS, man, it shouldn't have been that way. So these are called struggle beads. And so I designed them. You can't buy these in any stores. You're never going to find anything like them. You can make them yourself, but you got to know how. So that's what the necklaces mean. So, all right. So tonight we're talking about when a person is your backup plan. So we're talking about how people will use people as their cushion or their soft place to land or their plan B when their plan A's don't work. So you may have been somebody's plan. You may have been somebody's backup plan before. Like when somebody goes out, spends all their money, wastes all their money, spends their money on somebody else, blows all of their cash because they know that you have money. You're either going to lend it to them or give it to them or whatever. How many of y'all have either children or relatives or friends that are moving all the time? And they're moving all the time because they always getting put out somewhere. They always getting evicted from somewhere. You know how many people don't care about whether they have their own place or whether they keep up with their rent or their mortgage because they know they can move back in with their mom? Well, you know, if shit don't go right, I can just move back in with my mom. Them and all their kids, their mom or their dad or their parents are their backup plan. So yeah, all right, yeah, I ain't paid my rent in 2 months, and they talking about evicting me and all of that, but I ain't paying that shit because he a slumlord, because she a slumlord, because he a slumlord. I ain't paying that shit because he a slumlord, because he a slumlord, because she a slumlord. Yo, I ain't paying that rent because he a slumlord, because he a slumlord, she a slumlord. Yo, I'll move back right in with my moms, and I'm gonna do that shit each and every time. Your family is supposed to look out you. You think they ain't? Yeah, they will. And I'm going to make sure I chill. So sometimes when I want to just get high and I just want to drink and I just want to trick, well, I do that shit because I ain't got to worry about a thing because my parents got my back and I know how to act. And that's right and exact. And that's the truth. And if you don't believe that shit, I got proof. I call my mom on the phone right now and be like, Mom, I got a couple of dollars, but I'm down. And can you lend me about $2,500? I'll pay you back when I get it. Yo, shit like that. Shit like that. All right. What's that? Raina says, I was even evicted. I was even evicted from the womb. C-section. Well. Star Small says, what about you? Has anyone ever used you as a backup plan? Nah, man. See, I'm going to tell you why. Dookie ropes sound crazy. That just makes me think of literal dookie ropes. That's what we call them. You might hear rappers call them cables. We ain't call them cables. In Philly, we ain't call them cables. They call them cables in New York. We ain't call them cables. We call them dookie ropes. They call them dookie ropes in New York too, but they would call them cables. You know what I mean? Sound. Andrew Tate was good. Oh, he says it's Cap. I don't give a fuck. All right. What's that? Lula? Who? Rainier says, no way your mom is awake at 2:20. I ain't talking about my mom, dickhead. What's wrong with you? That wasn't for me. No, I ain't. Listen, I moved out of my mom's house when I was 18 years old, and I never looked back. I've been to college. I graduated in 1993. I never look back. When I make a move, I make a move. I got way too much pride to make somebody my backup plan. But I can call my mom at 2:22. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Hold on. Let me see. I don't even think my mom is home. But let me see. If she fuck around and answer. Hold on. Is it let your mama sleep, fam? It sounds like she sleep. She'll call me back. She fuck around and call me back. One thing about my peoples. Please leave your message for. One thing about my peoples, we do not play about each other. We do not fucking play about each other. When we need each other, we are there for each other. It don't matter what time of night. It don't matter what the situation is. It don't matter what it is, you know, because we realize and recognize and respect that we are all we got. You know what I mean? My family is a real family. I don't come from one of them situations. We'd be like, well, yeah, you know, your friends sometimes better family for you than your blood. No, not mine. No, my blood family is real. You know what I mean? We don't always agree on everything, but nah. We good. We tight. Star says, well, I'm across the Hudson from New York, so I'm I'm gonna just say cables. Exactly. I mean, but y'all called them both. It was Dookie Ropes and it was cables. Personally, I like the way Dookie Ropes sounded better. Because you could call cables other long ass chain. Like you could call a link chain cables if it was big enough. But Dookie Ropes was Dookie Ropes. No, it's only made one kind of way. Lula says, we see that in funerals, small gatherings, drinking Dookie liquid. Crazy as shit. Flicks Sean says, you still yapping? Wow. Well, that's kind of like what the show is. Like, if I just sit here and not do nothing, that would be kind of dumb. Like you're kind of dumb. You're kind of dumb, but you're here. So welcome to the show. Frankie says, what you sipping on, big dog? This is what I call colon ream. Y'all would call it a smoothie. This is all vegetable. The reason it's red is because it's beets in here, but this has collard greens in it. It has spinach in it. It has a lot of garlic in it. It has turmeric, chlorella, and echinacea in it. I have tomato in here. I have red onion in here. I have cucumber in here. I have radish in here, and I have this thing called a daikon radish. Daikon radish is spelled Daikan. And I mixed this thing up, man. You know, this thing it'll keep you in the bathroom. It'll clear all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, your digestive system holds 65% of your immune system. So when you get backed up, when you are constipated and shit like that, the likelihood that you're going to be sick is higher and higher. It's really, really bad for your health. So this will keep it moving. Like right after this show, yeah, you know, I mean, I got a date with the John, but this shit, you got to season it up. I make it taste good. I actually have a video about it, but I call it colon ream because it get up in your shit. No Diddy, good shit though. Scooter, wait. Scoot. Chapappy? Wait. How you say that shit? Scoot? Chapipi? Scoot Chapipi? Says, I'm always in the bathroom. Okay, well, yeah. Star Small says, son about to live to 120 drinking that health potion every day. Man, listen, regardless of how long I live, as long as it's healthy years, man, you know what I mean? That's I don't want to be all sick and crazy and all of that kind of shit. Why all of us so negative? I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't negative. Let me see. Star says, have you ever been to Kensington Avenue in Philly? I heard it's like zombie land. I ride past that shit every night. I rode past it tonight. On my way home, I got to go through Kensington. K&A. You talking about Kensington and Allegheny. And it's as bad as what people say. It's as bad as the videos look, but it's worse. That shit is depressing. That shit is depressing. It's worse than what you see. And when you go there and you see it for yourself, you'll be like, what in the fuck is... Like, yo, it's so bad. When I drive through there, man, I don't even want my windows down. Real shit. I don't even want my windows down. I'm not worried about nobody, you know, busting my shit or robbing me because they so slow. That's not the issue. But it's like the deterioration of human life. Like you are literally watching people's lives go down the drain. You are literally watching people die. And you seeing it. It's crazy. And they all homeless. So 365 days a year, as long as they alive, they out there. And you don't see nobody out there selling drugs. I've never seen anybody selling drugs. You just see the effects of them using drugs. It's bad too. All you see is a bunch of lean and love. You're like, what the fuck? This is literally the Night of the Living Dead. It's crazy. Quentin Cartwright says, I want to buy a necklace from you, brother. Can't do that. I don't sell these. Maybe one day I will, but I don't right now. Frankie says, oh, nice. I heard darker red vegetables are good for kidneys. Any vegetables or fruits that are good and hydration is good for your kidneys. But you know, as far as protein is concerned, you want to go with leafy vegetables like spinach, like collard greens, like kale, you know, shit like that. But if you keep it green, you're going to reap the benefits. What you don't want to do, what you want to do is you want to watch your salt intake and you want to watch your, you know, sweets and shit like that. So like for a time I was making these and I was also having a fruit smoothie. But I eat so much fruit every day, like, and I mean every single day. I eat fruit every day. Star says, I never see you drinking soda. When was the last time you had a Coke? Well, I don't like Coca-Cola, but I do like Pepsi. But it's been years. I don't fuck around with no soda. If I drink soda, the only soda I really drink is ginger ale. Soda, that shit, they got all that high fructose corn syrup in that shit, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Manifest Reality, what's good? My peoples. Thanks for coming through. He says, sorry, I'm late. Hope you're feeling better, sir. Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. The gods and the ancestors, you know what I mean? They came and they took care of things. They said, you down for a minute, get your shit together. I wasn't sleeping right. I was stressed out. I was stressing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about the universe and how it works in tune with your body. If you keep disrespecting your physical frame is going to disrespect you. Like, okay, you going to treat me bad? Well, I'm going to treat you bad. I'm going to treat you bad back. And you ain't going to like how I do you. It is what it is. It is what it is. Scoocher PP says, what's your recommendations? What would you do? What would you do about what? You said you're always in the bathroom? I mean, that should be a good thing. You know what I mean? You got a lot of fiber in your diet? You good? Manifest Reality says, let me ask you, does the drink cramp your stomach? No. Now, for a new person that's just started drinking this shit, maybe it would cramp theirs. But it really shouldn't after a few times, because the way that you spark your metabolism and start to lose weight is you give it something that it hasn't been doing. So if you've been eating a bunch of junk and then you start drinking something like this, of course, your body's going to respond to it because you haven't been putting no good shit in it. One thing about the human body is that it's perfect. It only does what you want it to do. A little science lesson. Your body only asks for nutrition. So when you're hungry for something, that's an organ in your body telling you that it needs nutrition in that area. So if you crave something sweet, you think you just craving something sweet because you know that things that are sweet taste good. Actually, we dipped out for a second. It's actually your body telling you that you need something sweet for nutrition because you're deficient in that area. Same thing with something sour. Same thing with something salty. Same thing with something bitter. That's an organ in your body asking for that nutrition. Did my mom call me back? She sure did. 6 times. Mommy. Mom.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
It's just a little bit.
All right, I only called you because no, you all right? You good?
I'm all right.
All right. I'm gonna call you in the morning. Love you.
There's somebody going to fix this phone. I can't do nothing with it.
All right, I'll take care of it.
I can't hardly hear nothing. Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay.
All right. All right. Notice she ain't bitching because she don't think her phone really working. She ain't bitching because I called her. I'm like, shit, you can call me anytime. But yeah, so your body is asking for nutrition whenever you have a craving for something or whenever you get hungry. The thing is, we don't put nutrition in our bodies. So when we crave something sweet, we eat like ice cream or some sugary drinks or some candy or something that doesn't have any nutrition in it. And your body, your organs that was asking for the sweet nutrition, they looking like, we asked you for the nutrition and you gave us this shit. You ate a piece of cake and you had the nerve to eat a lot of this shit. And there's nothing your body can do with it except store it for fat. And that's why you get overweight. It can do nothing with it except for store it as fat or let it come out through your shit. Same thing with all other foods. So, like meat has absolutely no nutritional value to human beings. We don't have no business eating meat. I eat meat. Don't get me wrong. I eat meat, but I do it with the knowledge that it's not helping me. So it's like, I just like the way the shit tastes. But whenever I eat a bunch of meat, I got to back it up with this to try to move it through, because that shit gets stuck in your colon and that's how you get constipated and be all bloated and uncomfortable. It can it can stop you from sleeping well. It can stop you from, it has an adverse effect on your attitude and all that. There's a lot that goes into your health, but nothing is perfect. I don't eat perfectly. And I definitely, I got to lose this gut and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I be falling off. But I'm going to get back on and keep trying. And that's the important thing. What up, Will? Troy says, K&A is like Michael Jackson Thriller video. Nah, it's worse. Because at least on Michael Jackson Thriller video, they was moving fast. That K&A shit, man, that shit is mad depressing. Every night I ride by that shit, I be like, this shit is crazy. Star says, it's sad they need to crack down on the hardcore dealers. To be honest, they poisoning them for quick money. People get high because their sobriety is not satisfactory. So whether you can take all the drug dealers away, you're never going to stop people from wanting to get high. There's something going on with their sobriety that is unsatisfactory. It's unacceptable for them. So they're looking for something to try to escape the reality of their sobriety. Once you start to get your life together, once you start living different, reading different, meeting different, going different, experiencing different, and better different, then you'll find out that you don't need substances. You don't need something to get your mind right. You've already gotten your mind right. Every man I know has dreams, and many of us give up on our dreams because we don't think that they're attainable at some point. We don't like to admit that to anybody, but at some point we get to the point where we don't think that we can make it happen. And it's demoralizing for us. And that turns a lot of us to substance abuse and shit like that. Drinking, drugging, reckless behavior, shit like that. Nipsey Russell says, you look like you extra spiritual. I am not. I'm just regular spiritual. Oh, you say you poop blood? Oh, you know you need to see a doctor. Ain't nothing I can do for that. I mean, what bigger indication that something is wrong than pissing or pooping blood? Like, is there a place where that's normal? Manifest Reality says, thanks, sir. I will be trying tomorrow or Friday. You know, that's what's up. That's what's up. Gabrielle Garcia. Yeah. Troy says, love mom Dukes. Your other son, Troy, no doubt. I wish I would have saw that when she was on the phone. Honk says, I remember this guy. I like his guy, bro. The fuck? Manifest Reality says, yes, I've been fighting to bake cakes and haven't yet been resisting, but have seen loading in other ways, but have been loading in other ways. Okay. Yeah, I mean, all things in moderation. I ain't saying you can't eat none of it, but we overdo it. Brown Sugar, what's good? Quentin Cartwright says, I just found them on Etsy, the cowbone beads. Oh, yeah? Okay. Did you find the necklace? I mean, like I said, you can make one, but you ain't gonna find one. Like, nah, you ain't find this on Etsy. Bobby Hill says, recent research has shown that empirical evidence for globalization of corporate innovation is very limited. And as a corollary, the market for technologies is shrinking. Well, right my code. Tanya Holmes says they have a camera on kids that they have a camera on K&A on YouTube 24 hours. Well, you can say the shit go. It's not just K&A. That's the problem. That shit go all the way up to like D in Allegheny, almost the front in Allegheny, and down as far as what I want to say. Because once you get over Kensington Avenue past the L, it go down as far as Frankfurt Avenue. Frankfurt Avenue in Allegheny. This shit deep. K&A means Kensington and Allegheny. So they're talking about this area in Philly where a bunch of drug addicts convene there. And that's where they get high, and that's where they live. They live on the streets. It's a nasty looking. It's very, very depressing. Steve says, bro has a purple stain on his shirt, left shoulder. Oh God, give me a fucking break. All right. Star says, oh, so it's spreading. Do you think the city just turns a block? No, it's not spreading. It's there. Like it's not like that in any other part of the city. Nobody except that area would put up with that shit. On the other side of Broad Street, you will not see any heroin addicts or narcotics users. It's not like that. For some reason, they tolerate it down in that area. It ain't like that nowhere else. Captain Third Leg says, oh, nah. Nah, go ahead with all that, son. No. Heterosexuality over here. We're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that. I understand you need attention, but go ahead. You know, you find a nice boy for yourself. You're not going to find it here. Steve Jr. says, don't catch feelings, Mr. Guy. Your shirt is purple. I know. It's not about catching no feelings. Y'all be saying dumb shit. I mean, at least acknowledge that. Oh, you thought they meant something new on social media? Nah. right. All right. All right. Let me see. All right, I got something for you. Maximus Kilgore says, is there a chance you might be able to do it today? Do what? Fuck is y'all talking about? Tolerance? Tolerance? Okay. So, all right, we got a few more minutes. I could have ended the show like 15 minutes ago. You know, starting to make me think I should have. But it's all good. What we was talking about was using a person as a backup plan. I mean, this shit happens. It happens on a regular basis. You may find that you have been somebody else's backup plan. You may have used somebody as a backup plan before. I mean, many dudes, especially young dudes, do it. Play a juggling act with certain females. This girl don't come through, or she don't give up no ass. You know one that will. You use her as your backup plan. So I'll go spend all my money on this chick. I'll go out and have a good time or whatever, or try to have a good time with this one over here. But this one over here, I don't take nowhere. I don't do nothing with her, blah, blah, blah. But I know she gonna give me some ass, or she gonna give me some head. She's my backup plan. So this one over here is being stingy with the ass, or is only giving up the ass when I give her some money. So if I'm broke, I can't go to her, but I can go to her because she don't ask for nothing. Matter of fact, she'll make me a meal, give me a couple of dollars, let me chill up in the crib, let me have control of the remote and all of that. That's my backup plan. She's stingy with the ass. She give it to me anytime I want. She don't really want to be with me. She does. So it happens. Women do the same thing with men. They do the same thing with men. They know that a dude really, really likes them. But they might be in love or infatuated with a dude that don't give a shit about them. And that's the one that they're treating like royalty. The one that's treating them like shit is the one that they are treating like royalty. Meanwhile, the one that's treating them like royalty is the one that they're treating like shit. But he's the backup plan. So no matter what, all right, so let me see. So these are going to be symbolic of two men. This is the man that loves you. This is the man that worships you, the ground you walk on. This is the man that will hold it down for you, will always listen to you, will be the shoulder that you cry on, the one that will take care of your kids, the one that will look out for your mom, the one that will be your everything, and everything is you, baby. You are. That's him. But you don't like him. You like him. This guy. This is the one that really only wants to fuck around with you. This is the one who sees you when he sees you. Don't really care if he does or if he doesn't. This is the one who almost makes you pay to be with him. And guess what happens? This one gets you pregnant. This one gets you pregnant. This one, you make wear a condom. This one, you make wear a condom. This one, you go raw dog with. And this one gets you pregnant. And guess what happens? This one pays for the abortion. Or treats your child that you have, treats his child like his child. Yeah. This one treats you like shit. This one treats you like royalty. This one fucks you over. This is your backup plan. This one takes your money. This one gives you the money back. This one plays with your feelings. This one, yeah. Yeah. Jay says, bro, I subscribe. Good chatting with you. Catch you next time, man. Before you go, if you still here, hold on. Let me do a little something for you. Do a little something for you. Do a little something. You subscribe. I said thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate you. I said, thanks for coming through. I said, thanks for coming through. I said, thanks for coming through. Thanks for subscribing. Keep it livin'. Thanks for being crew. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Gracias. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on by. Yo, each and every go-getter to me is fly. I said, yeah. All right. And that's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. That's how it's going down. Manifest Reality says, do you understand Sun 752? My grandma and elders make sure you have it for self, but never allow anyone to mistreat. Salute to them. Salute to them. Star says, so basically Will Smith and his wife. Ooh. Damn. Damn, you know what? You made me think about that one. Is Will Smith the backup plan? Or was Tupac the backup plan? I don't know, man. Something is odd about Jada. Like, I just don't see what everybody see. And I never have. I'm like, why are people head over heels about this chick? She's so little, she's so skinny, I just don't get it. Joe Hackman. They like the bad boy persona. Star says, what is your favorite game on PS2? You ever played the Warriors on PS2? Yeah, I did. That game was fun. It was. Yo, the Warriors was fun. But I think Warriors was better on the PSP. That shit on PSP was on fire. On fire. My favorite game on PS2, it was either Manhunt or Max Payne 2. Max Payne, you know Max Payne. Or it had to be GTA San Andreas. GTA San Andreas for the win. That shit was cray. San Andreas was off the chain, dog. You know that shit was off the chain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. PS2 had the games. PS2 had the games. In fact, you remember Def Jam the fight? Yeah. Hell no, Manhunt. That game is hardcore. Yeah, I love Manhunt. And they had the nerve to come out with a Manhunt too. That shit was ass. But that first Manhunt, remember they banned it. They banned that shit. That shit was crazy. Info Spot 411. What's up? Mad Max is a road warrior, no doubt. Star says Max Payne was on another level too. I feel that, man. PS2 had so many bangers. Splinter Cell, San Andreas, SOCOM, Bully. Man, Bully. Oh shit. I thought Bully was on wasn't that on PS3? I think Bully was on PS3. But shit, man, PS2. Remember, because when PS2 came out, that's the first game that came out with the DVDs. Remember on PS1, you had to keep changing all of those CDs. You know what I mean? Remember playing Final Fantasy 7 on that shit? Shit took forever. Game was long as fuck. You know what I mean? Because you had to keep changing them CDs. You know what I mean? PS2 was the first one that introduced DVDs. We was like, look at the graphics on this thing. And when you ain't have to have a bunch of memory cards, it was a good look. That was a good look. Yeah, PS2 and PS4. I don't care what nobody say. PS4 is better than PS5. It is. PS5 is faster, but faster for what? You know what I mean? Faster for what? Yeah, Resident Evil, definitely. That's definitely PS2. I still miss Atria 2000. Wow. Star says, I forgot to mention Metal Gear. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, Metal Gear Solid. But I got PS5, no exclusive. I got no exclusives compared to the PS4. Yeah.
90 seconds.
Ah, man. The two and the four. The 2 and the 4 had it. The 2 and the 4. All right, y'all. We about to get on up out of here. What other games on PS2? Like PS2 was so good, I didn't even care about the PS3. PS3 was dope, but it was a faulty machine. This shit was breaking all the time. I had to send 2 of them back to get repaired. You know, this shit took forever. You be without your game all that time. Manifest Reality says, in my personal opinion of dating one of those Cali dudes, nope, Will wasn't the backup. Will wasn't the backup. Okay. Living Love and Light. She says, Kingdom Hearts 2 on PS2? I don't know that game. See, I only played the games that was rated mature. And that's to this day. If that shit rated teen or everyone, I'm not even playing it. Definitely not buying it. Star Small says the PS3 was shitty, but it had
10 seconds.
It had The Last of Us. Oh shit, the first Last of Us. I thought The Last of Us was on PS4. No? I thought The Last of Us was PS4. I don't know. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do because we are about to get up out of here. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Yvonne Cherry. Happy birthday to you. And also K Classic, happy birthday. And also Linwood Savage, happy birthday. And Toya Beauty is her name, happy birthday. And Miss Brown Gal. And also Casey Koger, I'm sorry. And Jennifer Francois. And Jessica Medina. And Julia Bentley. And Nikari Lopez. And Christina Banks. And Troy Smith Jr. And my girl go-getter Tanya LaRue Morris. And my man Frank Dilworth, South Philly Stand Up. And last but not least, Nzinga Ike. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo, hold on. Y'all got me thinking. Why don't we do this? Since we have some gamers in this little thing of ours, why don't we do a show with a battle? Why don't we do a show where we can talk about all of the game systems, the pros, the cons, like PS Network, PlayStation Network versus Xbox, Microsoft, or we can rank all of the PlayStations and maybe even the Sega game systems. Tomorrow wouldn't be the day to do it, but maybe we can do that on Friday. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all can either put it in the comments now if y'all still here, or maybe after the show is done, put it in the after comments. Because that might be an interesting show. And Battle of the PlayStations. What's your favorite? Is the PS5 king? Is it? I don't know. But we was talking about the backup plan being a person being a backup plan, man. I'm a firm believer that one day you're going to get yours, and that's whether you're talking about a good thing or a bad thing. You can't continue to mistreat somebody over and 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 over again and expect them to still be there for you. Although in many scenarios, it happens just like that. But the same way that you can mistreat somebody, the person that you love the most, want to see the most, can end up disrespecting you. And you'll feel the karmatic energy that you've been giving out when it comes back to visit you, man. That shit hurts. I want to thank all of y'all for coming through, man. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. Yeah, we going to get it right. So make sure y'all come on through. Hit the like button, share the show. We had 29 likes. Let's make it a cool 30 at least. You know what I mean? Let's make it a cool 30 at least. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through. Manifest Reality says that would be cool. I will still be in Pac-Man stage. No, I no longer play, just watch. That's cool. But that might be I don't know. This might be a good show. I never would have thought about doing nothing like that, but I mean, a lot of gamers on YouTube. Let's see what we can see. All right, y'all. All right, yo. It's time for me to clock out. I've done my job here. Yeah. I can take off my uniform. I can loosen up a little bit. Damn, man, button acting crazy. All right, there we go. Loosen up a little bit. Y'all can take off. You can take off your uniform. You know what I'm saying? You want to hang out with your coworkers a little bit longer, you can do that. All right, Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Yo, hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. You haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Thanks for coming through. I holla back. See y'all tomorrow at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.